Hi, stamping friends. It's Marilyn here at Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. And here to share a few things with you this last week of February 2021, last week of Sale-A-Bration, as most of you know. So if you've been waiting and thinking that you would like to get a few things from the Sale-A-Bration catalog, this is the week to do it. You can order from my online store, or you can let me know, and I will help you out with that. If you'd like to join my team, it's a great time to do that as well, and everybody is welcome. Hi, Diana. Good to see you. And thank you for the card today. I will be showcasing it later. So, what else? Sale-A-Bration, like I say, ends on the 28th, which is on Sunday. I have a class that I'm going to tell you about to do with pretty perennials, which went out in my newsletter today. And if you don't get my newsletter and would like to, please subscribe. I will put the links on this video description, as well as you can find it on my Facebook pages and on my website. So hopefully you will join me there, and lots of information, things coming out in the newsletter. I have a Friday Zoom with Friends class, which we have a lot of fun at, and lots of others do share with the teaching on that. So it's a great time for all of us, just a fun thing using our own supplies. You're all welcome for that. And anywhere in Canada, I can send you catalogs if you're interested. We have a new one coming out. Will take effect the 3rd of May, so it's a little bit earlier than before, and we're quite excited to see what's in it. So things are ramping up for that. So without further ado, I'm going to turn you down to the desk, show you a few things that I have, and then we're going to make a card together. So hang on, let's see if I can remember how to do this. There is the back side of my room, and there is my desk, and as you might suspect, a sneak peek of the card we're going to make with the sweet strawberries. So let's carry on. Host code for the month will be ending this week, but that is the one if you're going to order in my online store. Please, if your order is under 200, I'd appreciate you using that. If it's over 200, you get the stamping rewards on it. Our mini catalog, as it says, January to June, and goes to June 30th. So that's an overlap with the annual catalog that's coming out. Lots of great things in there. Sale-A-Bration, as I said, ends on February 28th. So I would like to, first of all, I'll go through that in a minute, but I want to just remind you that the free exclusive gift for joining is 5 packages of 6x6 designer paper. That is a value, they're $15.75 each if you buy them. So it's a value of about $75 extra. You pay $135, you get the designer paper, and you get to choose $165 worth of current product from Stampin' Up. So best deal ever. And you do not have to do anything after you do that. You can sign up, get all of that good stuff, and then just enjoy it. And you don't have to hold classes, you don't have to come to meetings, do anything like that. You're certainly welcome to, and we have a lot of fun, but you don't have to. So just know that. I'd love to have you as part of our team. So, hi Glenda. I have the Sale-A-Bration catalog, and I'm going to show you a few things, samples that I have received from some of the products. This paper, Bloom's paper, showing you a little bit of each side on that one. A square card, which is quite popular now. Plus, this is using that pretty Perennials set that I'm going to, that I have the class. Actually, it's not the class, it's a bundle class, I'm calling it, but it's a PDF and a video. If you buy the bundle from me, the Perennials and the dies, I will send you the PDF and the video. If you would rather, you can just buy the PDF and the video, and I will email that to you. So a great set there. Next in the catalog is the Darling Donkeys. Hey Bonnie. This is one that I did a couple weeks ago, showing you how you can stamp on designer paper. You do have to cut them out, but they're cute. This is one that I demoed online for you. Great, great variety of 3 different donkeys plus the words, and they are so, so cute that anybody would love to get those on a card. Here's one with more of the paper that you'll see a little bit later in the catalog, and the darling donkey. And here's one where he's just colored a little bit with our blends. So many different choices that you can do. And here is one where only the rose is colored. So you really don't have to color him if you're kind of not wanting to do coloring. Then we have Approaching Perfection, which is great words, mainly birthday, and the ombre paper, which has been very popular. So that paper, careful, I've got pieces cut all over the place here, but it has the greens, the blues, and the burgundies and pinks. So you have lots of choices. This is my second package I'm going through. And this is a card that I received as a shaker card, but it's got the words from that stamp set and the paper there. Then we have Corner Bouquet and Heal Your Heart, and that's one that I used a few weeks ago in my Facebook Live, showing just a solid color stamp, not coloring it or anything, and the words. So great words again in that one. I love the fonts as well as the words. This paper is our first that I can recall that has a black background or has black in it like this. So doesn't it striking? Like, love, love, love that paper. The Touch of Ink, I have that on order. I don't, it's $120 instead of a $60 free one for Sale-A-Bration. So I don't have that one yet. And then the other $160 is this Berry Blessings, which is what we're going to use for, well, not exactly that stamp set, but definitely the paper. And these are a couple cards done with that paper. So lots of possibilities with your Sale-A-Bration brochure this time around. Hosting, if you were to host a party, you or your friends, of $375, you would end up with a free stamp set, punch party. And as I mentioned in the beginning, if you join, you get lots of free paper. Okay, next I have the Pretty Perennials bundle class that I mentioned. So if you purchase the class, or purchase the bundle through me, I will send you the class. And these are samples of similar that I will be doing for the class. Bright colors, spring. So that's on the agenda and in my email, and I will, if you want to send me a note, if you're not on my email list, just send me a note and I will send that email off to you so you see what it's all about. This is the card that Diana gave me today. Isn't it cute? The chicks. I do not have this bundle, Diana, so really appreciate getting the card to share. And it's a book fold card done with this way instead of this way, which is the one I've done before. So thank you, Diana. That's a great use of that set. The strawberries comes as a bundle. The sweet strawberry comes with a punch, and the punch punches out the strawberries, the leaves, and these little flowers. So lots of choices there. And I'm going to wish my phone would quit ringing. But anyway, before I start, I did cut out this paper. This is part of the paper, which I'll show you the colors you can get and the samples. Aren't they beautiful? And look at all the color choices to go with for backgrounds or whatever with it. So I did pull out a piece of that, and I wanted to just show you that the punch, except I've got a corner on there, the punch does fit those strawberries. So if you didn't want to stamp them, or if for some reason you didn't have that stamp set, because the other one, no, I don't remember, you could punch out that. You do get this when you're punching, but there is your strawberry. Now, I was just going to look because I don't think when you get this other set, no, you get the blueberries in this one and the raspberries. So the strawberry is only in that particular stamp set. But I can't imagine why you'd want to buy it without buying the stamp set and the punch. So here are some samples made with that set. This is the little flower at the back. Again, the strawberries with the leaves. This done in the Magenta Madness. Oh, and a couple of each of those. This one I did with the designer paper and just flipping at different colors. So isn't that a great way to use small pieces of designer paper for that? And this one I received from Bonnie, I believe. Was yours, Bonnie? Yes. And it's done with the Pacific Point color, which I really love, and more of the designer paper. So many great possibilities in there. So I have some pieces to make this card with you. I would, and I've got most of them stamped and cut out, so we'll just put it together more or less. So I'm starting out with real red 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and it is folded so that it's going to stand up this way. So I'll just reinforce that crease on there. So I hope all of you are enjoying, hey Carolyn, enjoying our warmer weather. Those of us who are here, Carolyn, I know you're not. Presumably you've got better weather out in Nanaimo. And we are quite enjoying this. Then I have, as just this little bit of white back here, I have the basic white at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And over it is a piece of real red. Here we go with the 8s. 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. So I will put these dimensions in the description afterwards as well. But it gives you just a tiny bit of a border. Whoa. So I'm going to put that on and just work my way up until we get the greetings on the front of it. So I would like to know, as we're doing this, you guys, let me know, what is your favorite Sale-A-Bration product? I'm sure if you're like me, you've probably got 2 or 3 favorites. That's for the inside, don't do that. So that one will go on there, and I can adhere that. I would tend to think that my first favorite, as far as I'm concerned, would be this paper, the berry, along with the stamp sets, of course. And the sweet strawberry and punch are available for purchase in our mini catalogs. So they've combined, Stampin' Up! Has combined the Sale-A-Bration with the mini catalog this time. So next we come to our green, and again it's just a small border behind the basic white that I have already texturized with the Tasteful Texture embossing folder. So the Granny Apple Green is 4 1/8 by 2 7/8. So it will go on there. And my basic white is 4 by 2 3/4. So if you want a smaller border like this, it's when you get to the 8th, pardon me, the 1/8 inches. Sorry, just reaching my liquid glue. If you want the larger borders, you can stick with the 1/4 inches, and then maybe easier for the cutting. But sometimes I really like just a little bit of a border. And I'm using liquid glue on this because of the texture. I want to be able to get the glue in the grooves kind of thing so that it will stay on there. So really, most of the time if I have stamping on the front and whatever, I don't like putting anything together until it's all ready. But this one is just layers of the colored paper and the white. So I can try my best to have it in the viewfinder for you here. So there. Then all we need to do is put our strawberries together and mount them. So I am going to use a little bit of glue on these guys so I can place them as I like on the, well, hopefully a little bit. And then I will take my strawberries, and in my world they go this way, and the hull, strawberry hull I think is what it's called, can just be placed on top, and then they will go on to my card. So these are two-step stamps. So I stamped them both in the same colors. So this is the Granny Apple Green, but I stamped off to get the lighter layer. And there we go. And again, working in threes like we often talk about for our cards. These two were done the same way with a stamped off for the lighter color, and then the full strength Granny Apple Green for the veins. This is the full strength Granny Apple, and I don't know why I have an extra one there. Check for a minute. No, that one's stamped, and I am going to stamp that one for the inside, I think. So what I will do is place some adhesive on here for these guys, just to kind of peek out from under. Basically following that sample, and I'm sorry, I don't know where I found that, but obviously it was from somebody. And then I'm going to place these two flat, this one raised, and this one kind of tucked in underneath it. So with the flat ones, I can use the liquid glue again. And you can place them, if you're making a card similar, you don't have to have everything exactly the same. And as a matter of fact, if I was doing this card for a swap, I would probably play with it as I'm doing it to come up with different scenarios as to where the pieces lay. Do you guys do that? Do you switch things up? I know when I had in-person classes, I did have some customers who had to do it exactly the way I did. And to be honest with you, sometimes I could not remember how I did it without, you know, taking the card and bending it and looking and all that kind of stuff. So there's no right or wrong. Just do what is pleasing to your eye. Do you use your borders off your Stampin' Dimensionals? I certainly do. I don't like wasting. And if you can trim, like all of that is adhesive when you get to that section. So you certainly don't have to throw it away. So I will try and put that one straight. Just tuck it under there like that, and there is our card. Look at that. They are very similar. Okay, now let's take this and this, and I do have my red stamp pad, and just to show you the stamping off, I have the two strawberry pieces, which is, I don't know, the full in one, and then the strawberry seeds. So the full in one, fill in, however you would. I'm going to stamp off once and then stamp it on my inside piece. So it's a little bit lighter. You can see how that ends up. And then when I go to stamp the seeds, I want them to be darker. And, well, not too bad. And on this one, I did try stamping a leaf, but it didn't show up very well. So I think that one I'm just going to leave as a strawberry. And then I can put that on the inside. This adhesive is really strong, so I don't need to do whole strips all around when it's just going to be a layer like this. If it was something that was an active card, as I like to call some of the fancy folds, I would use something a bit stronger. But there is our strawberry card. Isn't that sweet? It is sweet, just like that. Love that set, like I said. So hopefully that has given you some insight as to a card that is quick and easy to make. Again, letting the two-step stamping really bring it all together in that case for sure. And of course the punch matching the stamp set perfectly is a real bonus. We've also noticed on these stamps that come in the Sale-A-Bration stamp set, they match perfectly the two-step part of them. Never seen that quite so perfect. Usually it's a little bit, you don't have to be stamping it perfectly to have it look good. So anyway, please let me know if you're watching this on YouTube, which I do upload it to YouTube after we're done here on Facebook. Please subscribe. Please let me know what you like. And as always, I would really appreciate if you would let me know something that you would like me to share with you, to demo with you. I have ideas of my own, of course, but I want to make you guys happy and have you enjoy what we're doing together. So take care, have a good week, and I will hopefully see you next week. Bye for now.